So the final score of this game was Broncos 11 to 10 49ers. This game really was probably one of the worst games on. Really not the high scoring of a game. Russell Wilson really didn't get going to around the third or fourth quarter. Jimmy Garoppolo made a couple mistakes throughout the game. And I think they really should have ran the ball more. A lot of people were saying that. I saw them saying that on ESPN, which I definitely do agree with. Most of their success was with running the ball the whole night, in my opinion. And they did. The Broncos did get a safety, which I think definitely helped them out. If Jimmy Garoppolo wouldn't have stepped out on that play and stepped out on the white line, I think this could have been a different game. They might have lost and only had 7 or something like that. And it could have been just a different result. I feel like the 49ers didn't really play up to what I think they were capable of. Defensively, they were really okay. Offensively, they were okay. Same with I think both of them really equaled out, and it really just came down to the end. What do you think about this game? And it was probably the most boring game I've seen in a long time. And it didn't really live up to a Sunday Night Football game. I really thought this was going to be a high-scoring, high-stakes game, and it really didn't mean that much. But the Broncos are one of the top teams in the AFC West, which is a very good thing for them. Rams posted this. Aaron Donald finally reached 100 career sacks. Very impressive. Fastest D tackle to ever reach 100 career sacks, which isn't that surprising. Aaron Donald's one of the best defense tackles of all time. Probably the best. And I would say most people consider him the best defensive player of all time or second best. He has 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. I feel like the only thing he's lacking against Lawrence Taylor was the MVP. And I think I'll put Aaron Donald over Lawrence Taylor, but Aaron Donald's overall the best defensive tackle of all time. And some people might consider him the best defensive player. Comment down below on what you think. But he definitely already reached GOAT status once he won that Super Bowl. I think that really solidified him being the best defensive player. Blake Sherwood and Blake Sherwood and the Raiders are the only 0-3 team in the NFL. Not looking too good for them. A lot of people in the comments saying that Adams is actually missing Rodgers and all this other stuff, which his stats aren't really missing him. He's had to touch on pretty much every game so far. But the main thing about it is Derek Carr really needs to play better. I feel that's really what's been. The games have kind of been closer, but they're just not really playing up to their potential. And getting Davante Adams is probably one of the best signings they made this offseason, and probably one of the best in the NFL in general. NFL scores from last night. The final score of this game, the Green Bay Packers versus the Buccaneers, was 14-12. It was in Tampa, which honestly, I thought this game probably would have been a lot better game. 14-12, not that high scoring. But Tom Brady kind of did make a comeback, but fell short at the end. Nicknamed as a comeback kid, but kind of fell short, like I just said. But he went for the 2-point conversion, missed it, and that was pretty much all you have to say. Offensively and defensively, the Packers really held him, and same with the Buccaneers. It was a very close game, and both teams really did what they needed to do. But really, Tom Brady really couldn't come and put in overtime at the end.